This is the spot in Gentilly, right off Allen Toussaint, where we are Realcycling with the folks at Realcycle. And you can actually recycle a lot more than you'd think.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Ryan Singer here, Ben Bagwell, talking about all of the things that you can recycle. A lot of it has to do with food waste, right?
Food waste is really Mother Nature's real recycling system. So all of our processes are really deeply connected to the earth and really based on that original recycling system of the earth, which is food waste and composting.
Yeah, a lot of folks think that stuff has to just, hit the trash. But you have cans and cans of the stuff that you guys are picking up from hotels and even Whole Foods.
We're picking up thousands of pounds of food waste from these organizations, from businesses, and from the farmers market, where we actually got to meet Shelby and her entire family to actually teach them about compost, but also take their food waste and then show them what we do with it.
That's a lot of people to teach, yeah.
Loved it. They loved seeing what y'all were doing it. You bring a bag full of stuff that you're just not using anymore, or maybe, as I'm sure moms know, you buy a bunch of produce, and then the kids decide that they like something else. So you end up with a little bit of waste, and you can bring it so that it doesn't actually go to waste.
So Ryan, Ben here is actually dumping, what is this here that we have?
So this is some of our Whole Foods food waste here. We get a lot of fruit, a lot of scraps here, and they make a perfect nitrogen mix for us to be able to start mixing together with these carbon materials and begin the process of this breaking down to go back into the earth, to go back through the cycle. This is Mother Nature's process right here. It's a little ugly, it's a little grimy, but once you mix it back with these natural products, it turns back into what you and I see as soil. And these materials are going to good use. These materials have another life. And we want to show people that when you're recycling, when you're going with a reliable recycling system, these materials take on another life. They have a whole nother use for this afterwards. This food here can be used over and over again, back into soil, back into food, and back into soil. And we want to keep it in that process.
And I love how you showed us, this is where it starts. This is all the yucky food that could be in your trash can unless you bring it to you guys. But then what happens to it?
So it goes through a couple months long process of breaking down. We sift it, we mix it over and over again, and it starts to heat up and really break down what's in that food to turn back into that organic material. So over here, you see stage 2 of the process. Stage 2, you can start to see a little bit more dried out product. This starts to heat up to about 160 degrees Fahrenheit. It gets real hot right in the middle of that pile. And as we're mixing it, we're introducing it to air and more water, and it keeps breaking down. You see a little bit finer material here for it to begin to enter its final stages over here. And we'll move over to the stage 4 pile here. This is a couple months later at the end of the process. You'll see that it's this real earthy color again. And what will happen after this stage 4 process is we'll sift out the real fine, the real nutrient dense material that's inside of here. So we'll go over to the sifter now, and we'll show you what it looks like when it gets down to this real dark, fine material that can be used to enhance the process of growing.
Once you get it sifted out and ready to go, this is like superfood for soil?
So compost is actually food for the microorganisms in the ground, in the soil. These microorganisms will turn this material into nutrients that your plants can then take up to then grow strong, healthy plants and make healthy organic food.
And that's the good stuff right there, Shelby. That's what the kiddos want to see. I'm sure the girls were loving the fact that they can recycle and then get some dirt to play in, right?
That's right, and they helped me. We put it back into our own garden. Y'all described it as kind of the topping on your garden. So you just toss them in, and it makes your garden healthier.
It's going to keep your garden growing as great as you possibly could want it.
If you remember to water, too.
This is the good stuff. And, the folks at Realcycle are available at the farmer's market. You can actually drop your stuff off, all your compost. You guys will recycle it.
We take aluminum. We take cardboard broken down. We take glass bottles, and we take your food waste. And if you come with us 5 times, you can get a couple of cool different prizes, cool different organizations. But one of the coolest, which a lot of people really love, is you can actually earn this finished product back, this compost back, to be able to put into your garden from your food waste. So we do the dirty work for you. And then through this process, we get to connect to the earth, we get to connect to each other, and then we get to make just a healthier, happy place right here in New Orleans.
I love that. I know where I'm going on Sunday because
Yeah.
I got some stuff.
The Crescent City Farmers
I got some
Market.
stuff for you, that's for sure. All right. Thank you so much, fellas. We really appreciate it.
Thank
Introduce
y'all.
us recycling, Realcycling happening right here
In Gentilly.
In New Orleans, right in Gentilly.
joins us with a special taste of the crowd favorite, some filet, but he only brought enough for Rob. Who put that in the script? And at a new Louisiana